When is the right time to repot Nepenthes seedlings? If you do it too early, you can slow down the growth of the seedlings. But if you do it too late, you can have too much roots in the pots and the plants won't be happy and won't grow properly. So today I will show you my seedlings after 15 months and you will see that some roots are quite imposing already. Hi, my name is Remy and I love Nepenthes. So we will see that all those seedlings come from the same seed pods. There is 2 species, but even on the same species from the same seed pod, you can have different, some variants on the speed growth, on the color, and I'm expecting also the shape of the pitcher later. But after a year or 15 months, consider repotting all those seedlings because you will see that the root system could be quite imposing. It depends on the species, obviously, but you will see that the Carnivorous or whatever, the root system is really big. Early October 2021, I got some seeds and I sow them. Just exactly the same technique as the video tutorial I did, and it will be at the end of this video. And this is how the seedlings looked after 3 weeks. So for me, they were just starting to germinate. But after 8 weeks, this is how they looked. That's where you see the difference in germination rate. But it's also when they start to produce the first pitcher. And after 9 months, the substrate was covered with slime, so I had to repot all of them. So that was a lot of repotting individually. And today, after 15 months, this is how they look like. So 6 months ago, it was like that, really tiny, freshly repotted. And here is how they look like right now. So they are clearly small plants now. They are no longer tiny seedlings. Some are still small, but some will be really big with big leaves. The picture is good. Even the thickness of the leaves, because those ones were in Windowsill. So clearly it's time, it's overdue to have a good repot. So this one is Nepenthes surigauensis. Much easier to grow than to pronounce. And this is the petiolata, 6 months ago. And now look at that. They explode. And a few of them are darker with reddish leaves. So that's really cool. Yeah, really thick plants. Because they were on Windowsill, they became really thick. And even some are really green, but really healthy plants. So I'm quite happy with that. I will have to repot all of them now individually because they deserve a bigger pot. Because look at that, the roots. That's a lot of roots outside the pot. So my guess is there is a lot of roots inside. So we'll try to manage that, to not destroy the roots when we repot. Because everything is quite healthy. But I heard that the Suri produce a lot of long roots that go really deep. So the pots now are way too small. And to unpot those because of the roots that are super fragile, I would recommend to cut directly the disposable pots to make sure you do not pull and destroy, get rid of all the roots, and then your plants is settled down for a few months, the time to regrow all these nice dark roots. So don't be shy, directly cut on the edge. And those pots are really thin, so that's gonna be good. And even later, I won't cut the whole thing. You cut a part and then you pull on the side and they will just rip apart. Look at that. There is already a lot of roots. Okay, let me show you better. I need to cut this part. Be gentle, do not pull too hard because the roots are crazy long. So I tend to put a lot of perlite at the bottom when I grow seedlings. I feel like it's helping to unpot them, to repot them later. And looks like they like it. And looks like also that the roots were turning in circles. So I will try to show you how long they get when they have the space. So they were in a bowl here. And the roots are longer than the leaf span of the plant. So clearly the repotting was overdue. I will still use some smaller pots. It's like 2-inch something. But that's going to be a lot of room for the roots. And I believe it's 4 times the volume of the previous pot. So that's plenty of space for the roots. This one was a surprise. I didn't know it could have darker reddish leaves and green, but that's fantastic. And the pictures are quite big, so let's check the roots. Less roots, but still the roots are getting outside the pot. So when I cut the pot again, you see that it was time for a repot. And after almost 3 hours, I finally repotted everything. All the pots were mostly cut, so they are not, I cannot reuse them. But if it's the price to pay to have healthy plants, I'm good. So because of the grow tent is not set up yet, they will still go back on the windowsill, and they are already adapted, so that's plenty of space. This old tray, that's the petiolata. And you see all the biggest plants were repotted and the small one stayed in their own pot. And this is the Surrey. And Surrey, it's the same, less big plants, but still. Most of the big plants are repotted, and the really, really tiny one can still stay on these tiny pots. And that's taking 2 trays now. That's a lot of space, unexpected space, so the grow tent is urgent now. I will do my best, because there is almost no more space on this windowsill. And look at that. Truncata. And somebody want to compete with the Truncata. So Spectabilis, no, Spatulata Spectabilis. So those two, I'll see who is the biggest, but that's gonna be some big picture. If you want to know how to sow and germinate Nepenthes seedlings, here is a video for you. I would really thanks all the people that gave the super thanks, that support the channel. That's fantastic. Thanks a lot, guys. That means a lot. And until next time, happy growing.